Akash Inti, the real reflection of you. Out and about today in the woods. Just about to do some yoga atop one of the mountains. Well, it's not really a mountain, it's more of a hill, but it depends on who you ask. I call it a mountain in the area. And to do yoga up there, Do some calisthenics, some yoga, some stretching, some breathing, and right now some hiking. All components of living well, according to my life. I love being out and about in nature. So there's just something so breathy about the scent of not only of the ground and seeing all the greenery all over the place, but also of the times.
Hi.
Hey. And the enjoyments, It's that sense of, by moving around quite a bit, gets the blood pumping, and I'm looking down at the ground right now because it's like rocks are a little rocky, and I know the second I just start looking at the camera, I'm gonna be like, oh, whoa, and then twist an ankle or something like that. So I figured that rather than doing that, I'd be aware of my surroundings. But what I do love about being in nature is that since trees are our opposites, in the sense that we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. Trees inhale carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen. So being in this type of environment is incredible for the human being. And I'm sure the trees do enjoy to get a slightly larger dose of carbon dioxide due to me. The other thing I really enjoy is catching these, sometimes you'll catch wildflowers. I just passed by a couple. There were some pink, purplish ones while walking about. And that's enjoyable, It's just like a little surprise. It's a bonus. That's what I like to call it, a little bonus. You're walking about your day, enjoying and appreciating all the beauty that we already have in our lives. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes these pink and purple wildflowers. It's like, wow, look at that little bonus. The bonus beauty. Today's been a phenomenal day thus far, in the sense of hitting my, targets, goals, I don't know. Hitting my disciplines thus far today in a very, what would you say, Akash Inti? In a very methodical manner, And I enjoy that and I appreciate that. I had a couple calls earlier this morning already. Got my meditation in this morning. About to get my yoga in. Man, I feel great, and I hydrated really, really well today. It's 91 degrees outside, pretty much in the room that I've been staying in. It's really warm in there, The attic is upstairs, and it's not really well air conditioned. So most of the time, I'm just even sweating, just even hanging out and sitting there, So I've been hydrating and really making it a point to hydrate well, especially when it gets warm out like this. It also made me realize and think back to all of the times when it's really warm out. I think, okay, what it's like when it's really cold out, right? And that made me think about because I take cold showers just about every day. And when I'm in the cold shower now during the summer, it's like, oh man, that's really refreshing. But it makes me think back to the times in the winter, right? In the dead of winter when it's negative 20 degrees outside and I'm in the cold shower and I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, it literally, the water feels like shards of ice just piercing the skin, tough to breathe, and almost painful, But then I get out of the shower and I'm freezing cold. I feel amazing. I feel incredible. And so I was thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, this is what it's like to be on the opposite end, you know? And I have to be aware of that, and I have to be grateful for that, you know? Because this is the time where it's like taking a cold shower is enjoyable. And some people still are like, oh my goodness, you take cold showers in the summer? I'm like, dude, I take cold showers in the winter too, you know? Taking them in the summer is like the easiest time to take them, but taking them in the winter, whew, that's when you really find out what you're made of. To me, that's the most important time to be taking them. I've also had a couple visions earlier today. And these kind of visions have continued to recur, like throughout my life, but stronger, increasingly so. Ooh, a chipmunk. And the visions were that of like what my life is like and how I live my life, you know? In other words, making sure that I continue to like implement certain disciplines in my life. Like, to me, those are the things that are very important, and I found the value within them. So it's coming back to them. What are examples of this right now? It's like, all right, dude, you're being abstract again. Mr. Abstract. Examples of this would be cold showers, continuing with that, yoga, continuing with that. Eating, intermittent fasting, like only eating during specific times. The diet change as well, like limiting certain things from my diets. So those are a couple examples of things. But it's the order of them more than anything that I'm seeing and getting stronger of, in the sense of, or I'm getting the visions of, in the sense that it's like, what is the order that I do these activities in? That's where I'm seeing it almost like unfold before my eyes. And before, when I had these visions, I was like, oh yeah, I know I'm supposed to do this, but I'm going to do this thing that's like not aligned with that vision anyways. Like, for example, eating ice cream just before bed or something like that, or just like, you know, like unhealthy stuff and things that I knew were unhealthy, but I would still do it anyways. Well, now I almost don't want that anymore. And the reason why I don't want that is because I'm finding that the times where I feel kind of uneasy in my life are the times where I'm like a little like that type of feeling, you know? And it's usually unspoken, right? It's not like I'm like, not like audibly like, It's more of a thing inside the mind. It's in those times that I found it's most important for me to sit down with myself and meditate just a touch. So that's what I got for you guys today. We've just arrived at the summit. Keep up, thrive, and stay sexy.